Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Simply Complicated Chats with me, your host, Tanisha Marie. And man, y'all know I've been going through it for the last couple of weeks. I tell y'all every week I come on here, it's been a week, okay? We got some good news. I got some big shit going this week. And I'm excited to say that I think I have finally broken I've broken this case open, I would say. This case of my life. Um, the lesson for this first half of the year now, I'm gonna run it back to 24, maybe 25, when I really started building my relationship with God, like for myself, like really on my own, really being intentional about what it was I was doing, how I was doing it, and everything, and for that matter, just surrounding that and my spirituality. And at the time, my kids were younger, so they were always on my nerves. They're still always on my nerves even now, but it was not only them just being children and doing what children do, exploring, wanting to know stuff, asking questions. They were really just being kids, but it was more so that I was overstimulated with a lot of stuff. Coming out of my relationship with my ex and still carrying all of that trauma as far as the abuse, mental, physical, emotional. Um, it was just tough for me. It was a tough season, and then I up and moved to a whole new state by myself with just the kids. So at 29, no, I'm sorry, at 30. At 30, this was my first time being alone with all of my kids except one. Um, like to literally just have them and nobody is around to help me, like not my mom, my sister, my cousin, my brothers. Like I literally everywhere I've been in my life, I've always been near or living with family, so somebody's always been around to help me with the kids, as far as just to be another set of eyes in the house to look after them. um, so we took turns with household things, cooking, cleaning, even putting the kids in the tub, stuff like that. Me and my sister, my nephew was around the same age as the boys. So, when it came to bath time, me and her kind of took turns on that when we lived together. Then again, I was still with their father too. So being with their father majority of their life, since all three of them have been here, like when it was just me and the girls, I did everything for my kids, no matter where we was at. But since I've had the boys, I've always had somebody around to help, right? Because it was just too much with four kids, five kids. So their father's been around majority of the time, but moving here was the first time that I had ever just existed in life and it just be me and them. Granted, they're older. Granted, we've lived a life where I worked majority of the time. So with the boys, I was around maybe full time the first 4 years of the twins' life. Eh, nah, not really. I can't say that because their first year of life after we moved back to Chicago, they were 2 months old when we moved back to Chicago. After we moved back to Chicago, I went straight back into working full time. So the boys, my sister and my brother and my cousin had the boys majority of the time. When I was at work, because I go to work and I work doubles every day. Every day, probably maybe take 2, maybe 3 days off for the week, but every day I'm at work. I'm working. Like I was on a hustle when I moved back from Georgia, so I had no choice but to work. And I trusted my siblings with their nieces and nephews, so that's where they were. Um, then I got with my ex, and he kind of took over with that when it came to the kids. He always had the kids, so I was still pretty much at work. I probably didn't sit down until I got pregnant with Shy. So The twins weren't one yet. So probably my whole pregnancy was shy. I sat down and I want to say probably after his second birthday, I went back to work. Maybe. Yeah. No, I take that back. After his first birthday, I went to work because we were in Arizona his first year of life. We moved back right before his first birthday or right after. No, right before. Right before. Literally right before because I had to go back home for my niece's funeral and all of it. Everything happened in the same week. So my son's birthday week is a up and down week for me. But I said all that to say, getting here, I prayed for patience, like consistently, every night, every morning. When I did my prayers, patience was in there. Like, God, just give me the patience to deal with these kids. Give me the patience to just keep going. Like, that was my prayer. Patience. I wanted patience so bad because I felt like, where did my patience go? Like, I used to have patience for children. I used to, didn't mind babies being around me. Like, babies rarely ever cried around me. I was the person that I would go get the babies when they were crying and they would soothe. Like, that was me. So for me to be in this spot where I felt like I didn't have the patience for my own children, that became a problem for me because how is it that I've gone through life and I've taken care of other people's kids and I've been so gentle and I've been so loving and I've been so caring and nurturing, but now here I am alone with my own kids and I don't have the patience for them. And they're older. They're not babies. Mind you, these are babies that I'm talking about I was taking care of. And this was from the age of 8 to shit when I had my first kid at fucking 15, 16. So it's like, damn, why don't I have the patience for my kids? And now they're in this post infant stage, post toddler stage, because when we moved here, the twins, they're 9, so they had just turned 7, so they weren't babies. And then I had Zion. Shy was the youngest; he was 6. Everybody was school age though, so that was the killer for me. It's just like everybody's school age. So why is it that I don't have the patience that I should have for my own kids? So consistently, I prayed for patience. And unintentionally, I never realized that the test God has been putting me through over and over and over has been that of patience until today. When I say today, until today. Um, I feel like I prayed for patience so much that I got an overflow of lessons in order for me to gain that patience because the one thing I know about whatever you praise, whatever you worship, whatever you ask for, you're going to go through things for you to gain it. It will not be given to you. That's just not the way the world works. It will not be given to you. You're going to be tested. And I hate to sound like a manipulator, but that's just the way of life. Like, literally, if you consider it, we're all interacting with each other, all in our own world, all going through different things and the same thing, all at the same time, right? So, if I have to interact with you and we're here to help each other grow, I should intentionally be testing you so that you can grow. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying it in a malicious manner. And I feel like when we hear people in any type of relationship dynamic, platonic or, you know, intimate, I feel like when we hear people say that they test people, that they feel like you're being malicious with it and they feel like you're trying to cause a problem more than help a person solve a problem. Now, I am not saying that people do not do that, because I will be the first to say I have been a manipulator, like real life. I have manipulated people to feel ways because they've made me feel that way. And the thing about that is, I've done things, and everything that I've done can be justified. Honestly, it can be justified. The only thing about it is, and I can't even say the only thing about it is, because half the time I don't do it on purpose. Literally, situations just fall in my lap. And then again, I guess I can't say I don't do it on purpose because I make the choice, huh? Yep, I do. So, well, we're gonna take that back. Um, but I've been the person that's really sat there, and I've gotten people to feel bad for things that they've done to me that honestly I could have just walked away from, or honestly wasn't even that big of a deal. Man, I ain't gonna say it was not that big of a deal, because if I got you back, it was that big of a deal. Because I don't play that get back shit. I don't care. But back then, it was something that I wanted to do. But I made you feel like I did it because you did it first, or you made me feel some type of way, and it just caused me to have a weak moment and just do it. That's how manipulative I was. I would make you feel like I was just so weak, and baby, ain't shit weak about me. If you know me and you've always known me, you should call bullshit. But see, the thing is, I used to do it with adults and boys, like men that I was interested in, um, or that were interested in me, rather. But I that's how I used to use it, especially when I was younger. When it came to adults, one thing about me, and it kicked off with adults. That's what's so fucked up. It didn't kick off with me dating or anything. It honestly kicked off with the adults in my life, because it got to a point where I just felt like adults just did whatever the fuck they wanted to do, and they never considered the kids that they were raising, or the kids that were in their presence and watching them. And if I'm being honest, from a little bitty person, I didn't play that shit. I hated that shit with a passion, and I promise you, if God would have gave me the powers he gave me, Matilda, I would have been out here being a fucking terrorist to adults, because that shit drove me crazy as a child. And that might have started me not having no patience, because I don't have patience for stupid shit. And it's like I really had to grasp a hold of the reality that raising children, things that they're doing, I can consider stupid shit, but to them, it's not stupid shit. It's them exploring. They're trying to get to know the world. They're trying to get an understanding of some shit. So it's just like, damn, I'm sitting here and I'm the one that's helping them understand what's going on. I'm the one that's helping them learn that this is okay and this is not. So I can't consider what they're doing dumb or stupid or anything negative, because I don't want them to internalize that, one. Two, I don't want them to feel like it's them, like they're just this horrible person. So even as a mom now, and my oldest is about to be 16, so this is me having a reality check at 16 years in of being a parent, and telling myself that I really have to be more intentional with the way that I speak, especially around my kids and towards them, because I'm quick to tell them they doing some dumb shit and getting on my motherfucking nerves. And I really want to stop doing that. Like, I really want to stop doing that, because although they are and they mad fucking annoying sometimes, I love them. And there's nothing that I would change about them. I just had a lot of things to get in order myself, which has caused me to live in comfort of what I grew up in and what I know, instead of exploring options and other ways to approach them as children, one, and approach them in a manner that I know that they understand what I'm saying and they understand what I'm saying and know that I'm saying this with love and care and sincerity and, wanting them to grow from this rather than feel little and wanting to hide away or, become sneaky kids and start doing other stupid shit. So now I used to yell at my kids a lot. I try not to yell as much. That was the biggest thing for me that I realized with them. Yelling and cursing. But I curse all day. So the thing with the cursing is they know it's not intentional. They see that take place all day. So they don't internalize the curse words. Because I don't, outside of calling them a motherfucker, I don't call them out their name. So that's just about it. And that's because that was my mama's favorite curse word. Okay, so yeah, old habits die slow. God damn it. So we're being intentional now. We're realizing things, and we're changing. So outside of that, I'm very intentional on not calling them out their names. When I do say they do dumb shit, I make sure I say that they're doing dumb shit and they not that they are dumb for doing what they're doing. Like I'm very clear on that. So anything of that aspect, like stupid, dumb, like names like that, I make sure that I'm calling the action it. Like I'm putting that label on the action, not them. So I do want to change that and stop saying those words to them altogether. So that's what I am working on right now because my patience was thin. I feel like God has truly worked on me in the last couple of years. Um, and He's put people in my life, not only my kids, but the men I deal with, my parents still, just like He puts people in my life that test me with that patience and make me really sit in those moments and observe them and really observe my response and my reactions to things because I am fully aware now as a 32-year-old adult that those are two different things. When you respond to something, it's more like the intent behind it and trying to solve whatever the problem is. But when you react, it's more on the defense and it's more emotional. It's more just all over the place than it is put together and really thought about and really considered. Um, so I've become very intentional with the way that I handle people around me. That goes for everybody, anybody that I come in contact with. I try my best to make sure that I'm not speaking out of anger, and if I am, I'm making sure that I'm calm. I feel my emotion, but I try to make sure that I'm calm and I try to keep a low tone voice because when I'm passionate about some shit, especially angry passion, I'm loud than a bitch. I am loud than a bitch, and baby, I don't give a fuck. Everybody can hear this shit. I am loud than a bitch, and I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop doing that. That's not. It's not ladylike. One and two. It's just not who I want to be. I can't say it's not who I am because this is what I do, but it's not who I want to be. It's not who I want to continue to be. So I'm becoming very intentional on the things that I do and I say and my reactions and my responses to things that are taking place around me. So like even with my relationship, me and my boyfriend have a lot of conversations where both of us are high heads and we know that. So me being in the position that I am in life right now, my assignment is being aware and growing in my patience and growing in the way that I handle things. Like that's my mission right now. That is my intent. And I hate it, But at the same time, I'm realizing that God is doing exactly what I asked him to do within me. So I have no choice but to approach conversations with a different tone now. Even like now, I keep talking to him about being intentional with me, but I really have to buckle down on the intent to really step back when our conversations get heated, because right now patience ain't his journey. That's not what he asking for. So although I hate it and I'm the one that's going through it, this is what I asked for. This is what, me and God talk about when I'm alone and I'm speaking to him. So this is what my focus is. And it's not his. And not to say that he don't need it, or not to say that this is not something that he has to work on. This is just not it at the moment. So with this being my journey and this being in the, it's on alignment of what I want, I literally have to be the one right now that steps out of the emotion of our conversations and evaluate everything. And I have to initiate a new conversation on the same topic at a softer tone, in a manner that is safe for both of us, so that we're both feeling heard and we're both being understood. And when I tell you that, y'all, that shit is so, it's not hard, but releasing the stubbornness is what's hard for me, because I'm a stubborn motherfucker. Like I am. I've been seeing so many posts on Facebook about how Aquarius are just born with fucking rebellion. And when I say that they are not lying, I literally know that I was put here to be karma. Hey D, how are you? But I feel like I was put here to be karma. And when I say I was put here to be karma, it's not just bad karma. Like, I can dish out some good karma because I can love the fuck out of you. I will make you love yourself. Like, that's me. If you know me, you know that's the energy that I give. Like, I will love you so much that you would have no choice but to love you. Even if you don't love you to the capacity that I know you can love you, you gonna start loving on you the way that I love you. So that's just how I am. And now that I've learned to give myself that love, it's even stronger because my cup is always full for me to overpour into other people. So I'm like not even at capacity. Baby, I have no capacity over here when it comes to loving people, because I continue to love on myself so much that God gonna always bless me to love on other people. But being in this position right now as a woman, dating, being a mom, building businesses, and just really experiencing life. Like, I'm not just living, I'm not just going through life and I'm just existing. I mean, but I'm actually living. Like, I'm really going through this. I'm really, experiencing shit, and I'm really learning from the shit that I'm experiencing. And that's just, it's different. When I say it's different, it feels like it's the hardest task in life, because I'm literally having to be focused on making a choice. I'm not just allowing life to happen to me. Everything that I do now, I'm literally focusing on and choosing. And when you come to that realization that you're choosing everything that you're going through, this shit hits like no other. Like, dead ass. It hits like no other. So it really has opened my eyes to a deeper level of understanding and enjoyment, because now that I feel like I'm just learning lessons and everything that I'm asking for is coming to me, it's just not coming in the package that I was expecting it in. It's like playing a waiting game. Like, what's next? What game, what obstacle do we get to defeat next? Like, what road course or whatever, however the fuck you want to look at it, What is it next that's coming that I get to knock out of the fucking park and level up? Like, that's where I'm at with everything right now. It's just like, it's time for a fucking level up. And that's all I want. And with that, we gonna go ahead and play Go because I feel like that's a level up for the summer. So TJ Too Cool and Prince Double O.
TJ, too
Jones, you
cool.
want one?
Know the vibe. Yes, sir. Move. They got me back in that mood. Yes, sir. I like my bitches and tools. Yeah, I'm about to act a fool. Lame nigga, who are you? Better not make a move. I got the ball, my boom. I feel like pop with the juice. Making a mess. Soon as I step, dripping right out through the room. Shorty and mixed by the ocean, that's all on my neck. She loving the view. Yeah, I'm in love with the cheese, but don't fuck with rats. I hate ratatouille. Lights, camera, action. When I'm outside, I'm making the move.
All my killers gon' go. Always strapped on the go. Everywhere that we go. Green light is a go. Go. Yeah, I'm always on the go. To the top, I'm on the go. I never stop, I'm on the go. Go. Shut this fucking shit on go. That ass fat shit on go. Get behind it, it's a go. Go. Everywhere that I go. You know I'm always on go. Everybody on go. Go.
Let's go. Let's go. Up in boom. Ballin' like magic, I fly on the broom. This ain't no Mazda, but it go zoom. Fuck on your hoe, but I'm not in the mood. It's back to the G's, I gotta make moves. I hit up a op out up for his loot. Back to the track, cause I gotta recruit. When I send a few shots and it's hotter than soup. Back got a drum and I'm letting it loose. Was down for a minute, been up for a few. I'm at a spot, got a curl on the toes. I'm fly with the drip, finna jump in the roads. You know my drip, so I wait for the trolls. Back in that mood, pass to the bros. I'm out in the west, so you know that I told them I stay with them killers. Let's go.
All my killers gon' go. Always strapped on the go. Everywhere that we go. Green light is a go. Go. Yeah, I'm always on the go. I never stop, I'm on the go. Shut this work and shit go. That ass fat shit go. Get behind it, it's a go. Go. Everywhere that I go. You know I'm always on go. Everybody on go.
Y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Being in the studio with AS, definitely a vibe. I love it. Being with my man, period, is a vibe. But being in the studio with them, I love it. We definitely got to get back in the studio. I can't wait. Me and TJ is planning this. We about to get a studio. Like, we finna get our own shit. It has to happen because I need somewhere to shoot specifically, and he needs somewhere to record when he want to record. So, um, but yes, we have the 21-day Bible course that is so close to being finished, and well, not that close, but it's as far as the writing of it goes, it is so close to being finished. I can't wait to start this with him and really level up our relationship because I feel like that is gonna do us so much justice. Um, because we are already in the spot where we pray and we do all of that, but I feel like that of us actually being intentional with God for 21 days, like that is just gonna be so much of a level up. But to now explain the course that I'm taking in order to get where I'm going as a woman, um, and patience. You guys got the intent. It's we go through different stages of everything, and when learning something new, it's a lot of repetition. So I feel like in these last 2 years, God has put me through a lot of repetition. Like He's really opened my eyes to the way I live my life in cycles. And those cycles always cause me to burn out fast and to really lose my stride before I really hit the momentum that I need to be at. So with that, I'm really learning to pace myself. I've been in this rat race against Father Time for years, and realizing now that that shit is so unhealthy because one, you can't race time. We are not Flash. We are not Sonic. We are not fucking super beings full of fucking light and speed. Okay, so it's no way for me to sit here and really rush the process of anything that I want to do, anything that I know I can do, anything that I've tried to do, like none of that. And coming to that realization, I feel like a lot of people around me don't realize that. And I think now that's where I'm at because it's just like me and God sit. And one thing I know for sure is I was put here to tell my story. I was put here to give assistance to those that don't know how to take that, don't know how to ask for that, because I've also been in that position where I don't like asking people for shit. I don't like asking people for advice. Honestly, a lot of people, it's very few people that I go to for advice that I actually listen to. Um, and a lot of that is just like really me being intentional with what I allow to get into me, what I take, what I absorb from others, because I watch people more than I really listen. And that might be another thing that I have to work on, but right now that ain't it. But I watch people and their actions and I listen, but the thing about it is you can't really listen to people to really get what it is that they want because they don't know how to express it. And that's the thing that I learned about myself. So I've realized a lot of people around me also have that issue, and a lot of people that I run into or see just through my timelines on social media, it's a lot of misunderstanding in life. And that's the biggest problem is people don't know how to express themselves. So with not knowing how to express yourself properly, there's a lot of misunderstandings with other people. That's a big reason why we have a lot of conflict. And that's why communication is key. But if we don't know how to properly communicate, communication ain't getting through. Comprehension is not being used at this time. Like, it's a lot of stuff that's going on that's really not being taken into account. And when we get to things like that, we got to realize that a lot is really missing, I'll say. Because at the end of the day, it's just like really understanding life is like baking a cake. And in order to do that, you got to have all the ingredients. And if you don't have all the ingredients, then cake's not going to be the way a cake is supposed to be. Hi. Huh? Cool, bro. I told him later. In like an hour or so. Tell him I'm going to send it to him. Um, yeah, so if you don't have all the ingredients for the cake, the cake's not going to be right. It's not going to come out right. If you're missing the oil, it's not going to taste right. If you're missing an egg, it's not going to taste right. If you don't have the right amount of flour, flavoring, nothing, it's not going to be right. So the thing about that is if you don't motherfucking have everything that you need in order to make it work, how is it going to work? It's not. It's gonna fail. It's gonna be ruined. It's gonna have a fuck up. So what do you have to do? You have to start over. You gotta try it again until you get it right. And that's what anything. Anything you're cooking, anything you putting together in life, literally repetition is going to be the key factor of completing a task. Because you can set the task, you can set the goal, but constantly doing it over and over again until you get it perfect. And not even perfect, but as close to perfect as you can get it for it to be right for that moment. You're gonna need to do it over and over again. That's the biggest lesson in life. And I'm seeing that. Like even with my housing situation, I bust my ass. I brought myself out here and my goal was to make I wanted to prove to myself that I could do life without anybody's help. Like literally raise my kids, be the mom, be not even be the dad. I didn't want to be the dad. I wanted their father to do what he was supposed to do, just not in the same household. Because at this point, we were past the relationship shit. So that just wasn't going to work. But still be a parent. So it's not that I wanted to do that, but I wanted to do everything else on my own. Like I've always been independent and taking care of myself and my kids, but I've always had assistance in other spots of my life that allow life to be a little easier for me. So coming out here, I really wanted to prove to myself that I can really do this shit. And in proving to myself that I did the same things that I did when I had help. I overworked myself. I burnt myself out. I was angry with my kids. I was angry with myself. I was angry with life. Like I repeated the same cycle for a year and a half. Shit, two. So I want to say, honestly, a year and a half. I want to say last year is when I got intentional with this part of the cycle. Last year is when I really got intentional with that. And now almost a year later of realizing what I was doing back then and how I'm living out one of my prayers now, it's just like, damn, I did it. Like, I didn't realize I was doing it, but I did it and I got it done. And I just, I don't know. Like now this is new. This is the next step. This is the next phase. So now I'm getting into this spot where it's just like, okay, we're understanding this. We got that. So now how do we maneuver here? Like how do I really set the tone for this level of life? Because I know I got to do something different. That's the biggest thing right now is that I know I got to do something different. I can't do what I did the last couple of times, the last few years. I cannot repeat that cycle again. So being intentional on not repeating that cycle in my relationship, not repeating those cycles with my kids, not repeating those cycles with myself, I'm really just like, okay, and now it's time for a new game plan. And that game plan is going to take a lot of intentional planning because now that I know I've been doing shit, but I just been unaware that it's been getting done, now I have to be intentional with tracking what's happening. Now I have to be intentional with tracking the lessons and tracking the growth because I gotta see this shit. Like my memory is half the time. It just depends on what's going on in the moment, what's been going on in the season. Like I can remember shit, but I can forget some shit too, especially if it ain't no shit that I really want to remember. But I'm really just like when I have these moments of realization, it's just like thinking back, like, damn, I really prayed for this shit. I really sat down and I asked God to help me with this and to do this and to do that. And the reason it took me so long is because I was not intentional on learning the lesson. I just wanted results. And guess what I got? I got results. But it took me long to realize that I was getting results because I was not intentional about learning the lesson. So now I need to track the lessons. So now I need to really focus in on what it is that I'm doing and how I'm handling life and how I'm maneuvering through my obstacles and what works for me and what doesn't. Because if I don't, I'm going to do what I'm used to doing. And if that's not working for me, I need to do something else. I know that. I'm aware of that. So that's that's the new goal right now, is to do something of intent, like to really maneuver with the intention that I'm growing. Like everything that I'm going through, it's forcing me to grow, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. This is the part of life that's supposed to be happening. I'm supposed to be growing. I'm supposed to be understanding. I'm supposed to just level the fuck up on being closer to God and understanding everything that He's promised me is coming. I just gotta get through the lessons. Graduation is coming, and I ain't trying to graduate too fast. Okay, I'm not trying to graduate to that level of being close to Jesus, not yet. So I don't need to rush Father Time, because this shit. Oh my God, y'all, this shit makes so much sense. Like I am very. If you follow me on social media or if you just know me personally, you know I have a love relationship for balance. Like that is my biggest thing. I am really big on balance. I enjoy connecting life in different ways in regards to balance, yin yang, the sun, the moon, all of that shit. Light, day, up, down, back, forth, all of it. The balance. Like, so to really see how a lot of life connects with one another, it all makes so much sense. And it really makes me feel like, damn, I've been sitting here doing this shit the hard way. Like real life the fucking hard way. It never had to be this hard. It never had to be this hard. But again, I blame the people that raised me. Now as an adult, I had a lot of unlearning to do. So when I got to the age where I was no longer listening to the adults around me or no longer really taking their advice or anything of that nature, when I got to that point, it was just like, well, every decision is on me and I'm going to make it to the best of my ability. So that's what I did. That's why I even like from my teenage years to into my 20s, I don't blame nobody but me for the shit that I went through then. Because when I tell you I didn't listen to people, I didn't listen to people. So it was nothing that anybody could have told me that could have got me in any situation that I was in besides me, because I did not listen to people. I allowed people to speak their piece and I allowed them to give advice when they felt like it was useful. But I guarantee you, if their advice did not line up with what I had already set in my heart to do, I wasn't listening to it. I was doing what the fuck I wanted to do. And when I realized that I couldn't do that for the rest of my life, because if I just went off my own everything, I'll be stuck. I'll be stuck. And guess what? That was when I moved to Arizona at 30. That's when I opened my eyes to realize what was going on in the world around me and in my world. So that's I now understand why people say once you hit your 30s, then life start. Like a lot of people didn't make big names for themselves until they was in their mid 30s, late 40s. Well, early 40s, mid, it's all up in there. But it's just like I really had to realize like rushing through my 20s the way that I did. And although I love my kids, but having all of them so young when I was in the process of learning, it stunted my growth just a tad, just a tad. It wasn't much, and it wasn't like it was really a bad thing. It was just more so that it threw me off to the point where I wasn't focused on what I needed to be focused on. And that was myself. That was me growing. That was me unlearning the fuck ups of life from the adults around me. So it was just like now with my kids being older and me realizing a lot of things, and I dedicate a lot of my growth to my kids. That's why I say I don't regret having them at all, because they definitely played the biggest role in a lot of my realizations in life and a lot of my reality checks. Because of them, I make sure I'm checking myself. If it's ever something that I see them doing, I make sure that it's not something that I've exposed them to, first and foremost. And then once I realize if it's something I exposed them to or not, I handle the situation accordingly. But if it's something like, oh, you know, just I use them to check myself, is what I want to say. Like I use them a lot in what they go through, and because again, that's how the world connects. And me and my kids really have a deeper connection than I could really even explain to people. Like, yeah, I'm their mom, but the way I grew up and the things that I went through growing up and the way life set out for me to bring them here is just so dynamic to me. Like it's really life changing. And when I write my book, y'all will get that story. But the dynamic of everything and how it all connects and it intercedes, and me being the connection of it all is just it's real life crazy to me. It's wild, but I love it because it's my story. It's our story. Me and my kids. This is our story. And it's just like I can't wait to see what the next level of that story is going to be when they are adults. That's where I'm at right now in life. Like, I'm not rushing it, but I'm just so excited because I know right now, with me being in the position that I'm in right now and the things that I'm learning, I already know how I'm setting them up for life, how I have set them up already, and how this next level of the setup is going to continue on to. It's just going to be so dynamically powerful for them. Like, you can't tell me that God did not make this a divine plan in my life. Like that's where I'm at right now. Like, if I tell y'all what I feel like God's plan is for each one of my kids, y'all would think that I'm crazy. But if I'm being honest, I'm motherfucking Joe Jackson and motherfucking Venus and Serena Williams daddy too. Cause baby, I'm about to get on my shit with these kids and really pour into them the way that I need to. Not abusive, but we need some ass whoopings. They not gonna be far behind because we do not spare the rod. Okay, spoil the child here. We beat ass. Even if I don't do it, ass is gonna get beat. But it's just right now, now that I've gotten me together and I'm where I can be stable and available enough for them in a way that they need me at the moment, it's going to be great because we're homeschooling this year. So they're going to get a lot more of my time. We are going to be together a lot more, experiencing a lot more together. When they were, what, the twins were in, no, they went to first grade. So we homeschooled for a couple months before we moved here. Yeah, I think the first half of the year before we moved here, we homeschooled. But when I tell you that was I feel like when we moved here and they had to go back to school, that's when shit got rocky for us. But they enjoyed that. The connection that we set and we really poured into each other because they're boys. So they have to have a strong bond with one another so that they can keep the other from making dumbass mistakes. Because my kids do some crazy ass shit, especially the little one. So I need the twins especially to be aware of his gestures, his movements when he's getting ready to spiral out and shit like that. And I make sure I have all of them pay attention to each other so that they know how to calm their brother down, how to get him back here, because that's what I dealt with Isaiah. Isaiah used to have real bad anger issues. Like when I tell you the man, I used to always say it, he used to hulk up. Like when he got mad, that man would sit there and be like, oh, like really get angry and really huff and puff and like strong. He gets strong on you. So it was to the point that I was the only one that can calm him down, and we can't have that. I cannot be the only one that can calm him down because I'm not going to be the one with him 24/7. I'm not going to always be here to be with him 24/7. So I couldn't be the only one to calm him down. So it got to the point where Malachi now was able to calm his brother down. He was able to get him back under control at the age of, they were what, 5, 6. He was able to get his brother under control. Even with Shy, when Shy used to get angry, Shy used to get mad, and he used to dig his nails in the twins. Like whichever one of them he was mad at, he used to dig his nails in them. Now, I done had to make the twins beat his ass because we ain't doing that. You're not finna be fucking my kids up and thinking that they ain't gonna fuck you up. You they brother. You gonna cause harm to them and think they not gonna hurt you back? No, fuck them up. So it got to the point where I had to let the twins get him every now and again. You know, just beat his ass. Yeah, just get your licks back. You know, not too much, but really had to show Shy, you don't run this shit. We might call you boss baby, but sir, that's just a name. That is not a motherfucking title, nor is that a position around this motherfucker. So go ahead, fix that shit because you're not just gonna be around here doing that. So now it's to the point where when they fight, everybody whooping each other ass, which I will rather them be whooping each other ass than one getting beat up by the other brother. But but at the same time now they know how to interact with each other. So now I'm getting into the point where I done taught y'all how to fight. I done gave y'all the okay to fight, all this other shit. You know, we done did all of this. Now we have to get to the point where we are bringing it back. We have to find our center. We have to be the bigger person, and we have to know that that is not what we want. I gave that to them first because they need to know how to defend themselves. And if they can't defend themselves in their own house, they will not defend themselves outside. And that's not what I want. But now at this stage, it's like, all right, y'all got the defending yourself part down. Now let's get to the point where this is organized defense. So we have to get to the point where this is all, it's strategic now. We can't just be doing shit. So I really hate this. Thank you. Um, it's to the point where now I have to teach them all. Look, that was unnecessary. You didn't need to do that. And we gotta make better choices. One, for the simple fact that we don't just want to be out here doing shit with violence. That's not what we want. That's not the goal. But at the same time, you ain't no punk pussy either. So with me really wanting them to understand that, one, we don't need to be violent. We don't need to really, we need to love. It needs to be love. Let's just say that. We'll just leave it at that. And we gonna go to TJ Too Cool. Same old, same old. I catch y'all next week. I love y'all. Peace.
TJ, too cool. This one's for you. I just wanna put a smile on your face. Love when I grip up on your waist. Kissing on your lips, I wanna taste. With me in the bed, take you to another place. Put you up in the latest fashion. Looking like a Miller, put you on a platter. You told me if I want it, I could have it. Well, baby, I wanna let me have it. The vibe I give you feels different. I am what you've been missing. Your body is so damn tempting. You control all my senses. Always keep it real, no pretending. You done with your ex like that's finished. Never leave your side, I'm committed. Baby, I never leave your side, I'm committed. I just wanna let you know, yeah, that I'm here for you. You can call me whenever you need me. You ain't gotta worry, I'll be there in a hurry, girl. There's nobody else who's gonna treat you like I do. Yeah, and that's a fact. And when it's good, it always comes right back, girl. I'm not the same old, same old. I know you used to the same old, same old. Girl, I'm nothing like the lame old, lame old. When you with me, it's not the same, no, same, no. I'm not the same old, same old. I know you used to the same old, same old. Girl, I'm nothing like the lame old, lame old. When you with me, it's not the same, no. Say no, baby, I just wanna love. We can talk, we ain't gotta fuss. Whenever we fight and we making up, I'ma do your body right till the sun come up. When you with the sweet, we can cuddle up. Tell me when you had enough. Give you the pleasure, you can feel a rush. Freaking with no breaks, ain't no giving up. Got you going crazy off one touch. The way I blow your mind, it's amazing. You're biting the pillow, legs shaking. Telling me hold on, you can't take it. Know you've been waiting on the real one. Ain't gotta wait no more, cause I'm the real one. Giving you what you need, baby, and some. Doing things you never done, now I got you sprung. I just wanna let you know, yeah, that I'm here for you. You can call me whenever you need me. You ain't gotta worry, I'll be there in a hurry, girl. There's nobody else who's gonna treat you like I do. Yeah, and that's a fact. And when it's good, it always comes right back, girl. I'm not the same old, same old. I know you used to the same old, same old. Girl, I'm nothing like the lame old, lame old. When you with me, it's not the same, no, same, no. I'm not the same old, same old. I know you used to the same old, same old. Girl, I'm nothing like the lame old, lame old. When you with me, it's not the same, no, same, no. You said your last ain't treat you good. I know I'm a good dude with good intentions from the hood. Treat you like a queen, cause he had you misunderstood. It's the time that you leave that lane for good, you feel me? Ain't nothing like it when you always near me. Looking at your pretty face, staring in your eyes glancing. Rubbing all up on your butt while we steady kissing. When we first linked, me and you was a good mixture. You seen it all for yourself, oh, it's a big difference. Give it 100%, always keep it a Benji. I'm with you, you with me, other chicks can't get me. Showed you how to love, filled your heart cause it was empty. Ain't no more looking back on your past. Focus on this future, girl, let's get this cash. People going, hey, we sit back and laugh. Rather chill up on the beach, forget chilling on the app. Plane rides, trying to put you on the nicest trip. Drifting designer looking good in the nicest fits. Girl, you had just like a fever, let me check your tip. He had you broken, wasn't nothing that I couldn't fix. I had to fly right through, you fell right through. Found me at LMA, cause she my boo. Wherever I go, you know she come too. Rockin' with you forever, mom, stuck with you, yeah, learn. I'm not the same old, same old. I know you used to the same old, same old. Girl, I'm nothing like the lame old, lame old. When you with me, it's not the same, no, same, no. I'm not the same old, same old. I know you used to the same old, same old. Girl, I'm nothing like the lame old, lame old. When you with me, it's not the same, no, same, no.